I'm finally making this video. Oh my gosh, guys, you don't know how long I've been dreaming about making this video. You don't know, girl, we need to catch up. So, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Yeah, I'm finally saying these words again. It's been so long. I haven't uploaded a video in months, I think in 2 months. Girl, it's been rough past couple of months, and it's been rough. So I'm here to tell you all about it, what happened. Because I haven't been truly 100% transparent with you guys on my channel. Back in December, I announced my pregnancy on YouTube, on social media, and I believe I was 5 months pregnant at that time. Yeah. I was like 20 weeks or 19 weeks or something like that. 2 months later, in February, when I was 7 months pregnant, I became like extremely unwell. All of a sudden. Like one day I was just like, what? I had fever. My body was swelling. It felt like I had a really bad flu and I had to throw up the whole time with every little thing I ate or drank. Like it was so messed up. And I was hyperventilating and I was just like dizzy. I felt like passing out. My blood pressure was extremely high. Like extremely high. That happened all in like 2 days. In 2 days, my health just declined so fast. It was so bad. So what happened 2 days after I got sick, I gave birth at 7 months pregnant. 30 weeks. I was 30 weeks to be exact. So yeah, I gave birth about 2.5 months too early to a healthy, thank God, to a healthy baby girl. Her name is Amari. And I have her here with me in my hands, finally. It's been hard and I'm not going to cry. Ooh, why am I always crying? I'm wearing mascara for the first time in months. Please get it together. Oh my gosh. Ooh. Okay, girl. You're a strong mama. You can do this. Oh, guys. Oh, it's been rough.
We beseffen net dat we echt haar kindje gewoon gaat zien straks, hè? Ik besefte dat plots toen ze zei, gaat je borstvoeding geven?
Ja, ik ben ook zo, oh my god, wat vraag je mij?
Wat vraag je mij? Ja, dus het is ook zijn eerste kindje.
Ja, oh my god, wat? Dus welke datum is het vandaag?
19 februari.
Oh my god, 19 februari. Welke sterrenbeeld is het?
Vis.
Vis.
Vissen zijn toffe mensen.
Dus
dit is de nieuwe swag. And we got some socks over here. Some cool socks over here. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Je buikje laten zien, Oh my god. Baby's gonna come. Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Cute.
What?
See you soon, baby.
Yeah. Alles in orde.
Zeker.
Het is gewoon een rare vogel.
Like wat?
Het is alsof dat er de hele tijd iemand zo op je buik stapt, zo met zijn voeten. En je hart doet. Ja.
Komt goed, jongen, komt goed. Komt goed, komt goed.
Ja.
Is er bijna.
Ja.
Bijna.
Wauw, laat ze. Amai. Amai, zeg. Half 10. Ze kijkt direct naar jou.
Oh, zo klein.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23.
So yeah, I gave birth 2.5 months too early because the doctor diagnosed me with preeclampsia and HELLP syndrome. Preeclampsia and HELLP syndrome are conditions that pregnant women, like life-threatening conditions that pregnant women can get. Doesn't matter if you're healthy or not, it just can happen to anyone without any reason, okay? That is like extremely dangerous for the mom and the baby. If you don't treat preeclampsia right away, then it can end fatally for both mommy and baby. Your organs start to fail. My kidneys were failing. I couldn't pee anymore. Like the fluid was just trapped in my body. And that resulted in low oxygen for my baby. And the only way to treat preeclampsia is to give birth. So yeah, that is what happened with me. Was not expecting this at all. Like, my pregnancy was pretty okay. Like, I had the typical pregnancy symptoms like nausea, this and that, but nothing to like, they didn't see it coming. I was like completely caught off guard. So yeah, like on Monday, on the 17th of February, I became extremely unwell. I was like, okay, let me just go to the doctor tomorrow because maybe this is something pregnancy, like stupid pregnancy symptom related. I don't know. Like, I didn't really care. I was like, let me just take a good ass nap and maybe I'll wake up tomorrow feeling so much better. Well, I woke up the next day, Tuesday, feeling so much worse. So I went immediately to my doctor because I was like, nah, I'm not going to play with this. Like, I'm in my 3rd trimester. I'm not going to play with this. Like, I had to vomit the whole time and stuff. Like, and she measured my blood pressure and it was so high. She was immediately like, okay, what I need you to do is go straight to labor and delivery because they are going to monitor you for a couple of hours and they're just going to check if you and the baby are okay. They are going to run some tests and whatever because I cannot run some tests like as fast as they can. So I need you to go right now, this and that, but don't worry, it's going to be okay, blah, 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 blah. So I was like, oh, wait, what? I was like, what is happening? So I drove back home. My boyfriend, Jeffrey, he was on team building or something like that. And I called him. He just left. He was in a whole different city, okay? And I called him, come back. You need to come back because I don't have a good feeling about this. Like, there is something going on and this and that. And I have to stay in the hospital. And he was like, yo, he left immediately to me. Like, he came immediately. I called my mom as well. She came immediately. She just left her job. She was like, okay, deuces. I'm not going to sit here while my daughter is in the hospital or something like that. So yeah, she also came through. Then in the hospital, they indeed run tests and whatever. And I got steroid shots as well. Steroid shots to ripen the lungs of my baby because they already had a feeling that I had preeclampsia due to my symptoms. So they were already treating me just in case I really have preeclampsia, which I really had. The obstetrician came into my room and she said, like, you're going to be transferred to another hospital now because the hospital that you're going to be transferred to is specialized in preeclampsia and pregnancy conditions and stuff. And they have like an intensive care unit, especially for pregnant women. You're probably going to deliver your baby in 2 weeks. And they are going to monitor you and run some tests again to make sure that everything is okay, this and that. So I was like, whoa, in 2 weeks, I'm going to deliver my baby in 2 weeks? What? I was freaking out. Jeffrey was freaking out. My mom was... No, she was calm because she's a nurse, so she's really trained in these kind of situations. So she was like, it's going to be okay, this and that. But yeah, we were freaking out. Okay, so I was picked up by an ambulance, okay, and I got transferred to the other hospital. And that hospital is huge. It's in a whole different city. It's like, 20 or 30 minute drive to that hospital. The next morning, I woke up feeling again so much worse. Every day I started to feel worse and worse and worse. Didn't have any energy left. Woke up Wednesday, and after running some tests again and having extra ultrasounds and stuff, all of a sudden, the obstetrician came into my room with her assistant and she said, listen, we got your test results back and your preeclampsia is just so much worse now, and we're going to perform an emergency C-section, and the nurses are going to get you ready in 30 minutes. You have to fill in this form for an epidural and this and that, and yeah, it's the best and only option for you and your baby. Because if you don't do this emergency C-section, then it's going to end very bad. And we don't want that, okay? Now that your baby is okay still, we want it to stay like this, okay? So yeah, I got the emergency C-section and I was only allowed to see her for 60 seconds. They were literally counting 60 seconds. And then she got sent straight to the NICU. Because yeah, she was still underdeveloped, so I couldn't touch her, nothing. Like, she was sent straight to the NICU and she was, oh, her belly is growling. Is she hungry? But she's sleeping. And I only got to see her like 4 hours or 5 hours later after my recovery. That's hard. And then, you know, they brought me to the NICU in my bed. I saw her in this incubator with all the wires and the tubes and the alarms and the doctors and the nurses and the monitor and all the in this medical environment. And it was just like it was not fun to see. I didn't have a good feeling. It was an emotional roller coaster because I didn't know what to feel. Like, oh wow, I became a mom, but how? Like, in what way? Like, I became a mom extremely sick. I was still extremely sick. I'm so caught off guard. I don't know how to describe this feeling, but I was so caught off guard. Jeffrey was so caught off guard. We were just on autopilot at that moment. But in reality, I was a mess inside. Like, mentally, I was just going through it. And I was going through it for 2 months straight. I needed to process everything what happened because it's not, the NICU is hard. She had to stay there for 2 months. Every day we could visit her, the baby, you know, every day we were allowed to visit her. It was the most painful thing ever in my life, you know, seeing your baby behind a glass or in a box, just like that, not being, you know, we hold her, we try to hold her every day, but we were not allowed to hold her all the time because she needed extra oxygen. So we were not always allowed to hold her. That was painful, very painful. Sometimes we would do like the 30-minute drive to the hospital. We finally arrived, this and that. And then they told us, well, today you cannot really hold her. I'm so sorry because this and that happened and this and that. And I was just like, okay, then I just sit and watch my baby. It's okay. I will just sit and watch. There's nothing else I could do. For almost 2 months, I couldn't do anything. Just to sit and watch all the time for hours. That's how I got to see my baby grow up, the first 2 months of her life. Just sitting and watching the incubator. Watching her breathe, that's it. Watching the monitor, watching the alarm go off, watching nurses come in, doctors come in. And to make it even worse, because of coronavirus, sometimes there was only one parent allowed in the room with the baby for like 3 weeks straight. So we had to go through this alone. We had to go see her alone, not together. We couldn't like be with each other and watch her together. Like, oh no, we had to watch her alone. Like, I had to see her. I had to go alone to the hospital. I drove alone to the hospital. Got there alone, sat there in her room alone, doing nothing alone. That was so hard. Guys, it did something to me. Like, woo, I'm not gonna cry because it's a happy moment now. She's home now. It's fine. She's fine. But it was hard, man. Like, not a lot of people understand how hard it is to see your baby inside an incubator and being there alone in the room, okay? It's hard. I definitely try to stay positive every day, but I cried, girl. I cried a lot. But I did it. You know, I'm proud of myself. I did that. I'm telling you, I was so strong for my baby. Every day I showed up twice a day, 3 times a day to see her and just hold her little finger, hold her little hand in the incubator. Like I was there with her the whole time. Jeffrey was there, but on separate times. Like, you know, it made me so strong at the end of the day. And yeah, I got this now. Like, there's nothing that can stop me no more. I know how strong I am because that was no joke. It was definitely an emotional roller coaster. But after 2 months, she got home because, you know, I came through with the breast milk. I came through. I had to pump my milk every day, every night. Like, I came through. I made sure I ate right, drank a lot, made sure my milk was good. Like, I made sure she got all the milk that she needed, all the vitamins, the minerals. Like, I made sure I did everything. Like, I did everything to make her grow faster and to make her healthy and stuff. Like, I did that. I'm so proud of myself, man. I'm so proud. And now she's here. She's gaining weight like a champion. She was born only 1 kilo and 165 grams, and she was only 35 centimeters. Now she's over 3 kilograms, right? She's a champion. She's gaining weight so fast. Yo, I'm so proud of my baby. She's a fighter. Like, she's a fighter. She's going to be so strong like her mommy. She already is strong like her mommy, okay? She's a special one, guys. And after 2 months, she was finally able to go home with me. It was a whole thing, like the discharge day. Oh my gosh, guys, I vlogged the last days, but that's for my next video because I don't want this video to be too long. But I vlogged for you guys what happened and stuff and how I felt and the discharge day and things like that. But you're going to see that in my next video. Or if it's already up, I'm going to put the video here somewhere on the screen. Okay. And yeah, she's been home now for 2.5 weeks or no, 3 weeks. It's going so well. I'm so happy. She's a very, very good girl. She's so relaxed and so brave and so funny, so cute. And she has tiny little curls all over her head. Ooh, the wash day routines, about to be bomb. I cannot wait to do like curly hair tutorials on my little girl, you know. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait. Hey, baby girl. Baby girl, I'm Margie. Okay. And I'm going to, by the way, I'm going to wait to show her face just for a little bit because, you know, she's still so small and I'm still like, she is still so fragile and I'm still a little bit scared to show her to millions of people. Like, I'm not ready yet to show her, to expose her just like that straight out of the hospital. And no, I'm just like scared just a little bit until I'm sure she's ready, you know. So I really hope you understand for now that I'm not really showing her face just yet, but just have patience. And yeah, the curly hair tutorials when her hair is longer are about to be bomb. Okay, I'm ready. I cannot wait to develop her wash day routine. Oh my gosh, guys. Anyways, I think I cannot explain everything like in one video, but this is just the beginning of a whole new chapter. You know, I'm a mom now and I've been through stuff and I'm definitely going to be real and raw next upcoming weeks, months, years. And I hope you guys will relate to me even more. And I hope you guys will like the new me because this has changed me. I'm still going to make like my funny videos and stuff because that's me, you know how I am. I like to laugh. I like to make people laugh, okay? But there's also another side of me that I really want to show you guys. So I'm a strong mom and I'm going to make strong mom content. Hey, baby. Okay, she's doing a boo-boo. Oh, my sweet little angel. Also, the reason why I haven't said anything on social media for 2 months straight, because I couldn't tell everyone, the whole world, what was happening to me, because I needed to focus, man. I just needed to be in the right mindset in order for me to do this. Like people started to message me, hey girl, how's your pregnancy? When are you due? This and that, nah. Like friends started to message me like, oh girl, when's your baby shower? Nah. I didn't have a baby shower because she was already born. But people started to message me so much here and there. And then I had to explain like, oh yeah, actually I'm already a mom, and actually she was born 2.5 months too early, and this and that. And it hurt me to tell this story over and over again, especially when I still was going through it. It was so painful to tell everyone over and over again, yeah, this happened and this and that, and this is how I'm feeling, blah, 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 blah. And people were always like, oh, whoa, oh, I'm so sorry this happened to you, this and that. Oh, I hope everything's okay. And then, I appreciated those words, but it was still like painful to tell and read every time, I'm so sorry for you. And even though I appreciate if people tell me like, oh, I'm so sorry for you, like, okay, I appreciate it, and I really appreciate all the encouraging and motivational words. I still had to cry every time I read those words, so that's why it was like... That's why I just kept this within my family, and like my friends knew, and we kept it quiet for a while because I just needed to focus, man. Mommy. I'm not a secretive person here on social media or whatever, but this is something that I had to do on my own, man. I couldn't involve the world for a second, but now I can. Now I'm feeling ready to tell you guys like what happened, and I'm ready now. I wanted to do this on my own timing. Don't want to do this on the YouTube timing, like, oh, when you give birth, like the next day you have to upload this. No, during that time I didn't feel ready, but now I feel ready. So yeah, man. It was hard, especially during coronavirus times, the hospital and everything. It was hard, but I stayed persistent. So I'm going to feed my little baby, and I'm going to see you guys in my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.